Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel The Intellect Zone. So this is the second video, or rather the second chapter of our O-Level Computer Science lecture series. In order to get a better idea about our O-Level Computer Science lecture series, make sure to go and watch the O-Level Computer Science introduction video that we have uploaded in our YouTube channel. So without any more further delays, let's top into the second chapter of the subject Computer Science. Well, the second chapter is named Communications and Internet Technologies. The diagram above indicates the subtopics that we will be going through in this chapter. The first subtopic is named Data Transmission. Basically, this is a process in which data is transferred among two devices or more. This transferring process can occur over long or short distances. This transferring process relies on three factors: the direction and method of transmission, and the method of synchronization. So now let's talk about the types of data transmission. Simplex transmission is the transmission where data is only transferred in one direction. Half-duplex transmission is the transmission where data is transferred in both directions, but one at a time. Duplex or full duplex transmission is where data is transmitted in both directions at the same time. In order to get a better understanding about these transmissions, go through the examples which are down there below each type of transmission. Let us now go through the two main methods of data transmission: serial and parallel data transmissions. Serial data transmission is where data is sent, one bit at a time, over a single wire or channel. Bits are sent one after the other in a single stream. This type of transmission works well over long distances, and is slower than parallel transmission. Since only a single wire or channel is used in transmission, there is no problem of data getting mixed up during transmission. Parallel transmission is where data is sent, several bits at a time, over multiple wires or channels. One wire or channel is used to transmit each bit. This type of transmission works very well over short distances. There is a greater chance of data getting mixed up when transferred over long distances using this method of transmission. Parallel transmission is a faster method than serial transmission. Well, all what we have discussed unto now are the types and methods of data transmission. Now let's talk about synchronous and asynchronous data transmission. Asynchronous data transmission is where data is sent in a specific bit pattern or in a discrete group. Data is sent along with control bits that indicates where the data starts and ends, and also prevents data getting mixed up. Synchronous data transmission is where data is sent in a continuous stream along with timing signals, which ensures both the receiver and the sender are synchronized. This method is faster than asynchronous data transmission. The timing when transferring data must be perfect since no control bits are used. Now let's talk about USB, or the Universal Serial Bus. USB uses asynchronous data transmission. The USB cable is a universal standard. The USB port can only fit one way to a device. This means that it prevents data getting mixed up. The main drawback of USB is that its transmission rates are limited. All these points give us a thorough understanding about the Universal Serial Bus. Now let's go through the error checking methods. The diagram above presents the types of error checking methods that we are about to go through. The first error checking method is Parity Check. Parity Check is method where data is sent along with an odd or even parity. Even parity has even number of ones. Odd parity has odd number of ones. Always remember it's the ones which are sorted out like this, not the zeros. Before the transmission of data occurs, an agreement is made between the sender and the receiver about the type of parity to be used. After transmission, if the parity used is the same, no error has occurred. But if the parity had changed during the transmission, then an error has occurred. Well, that's a basic idea about parity check. The second error checking method is ARQ, or the Automatic Repeat Request method. ARQ is made up of two parts: an acknowledgement and a timeout. An acknowledgement is a message sent by a receiver to the sender, indicating that the data was received. The timeout is the time period within which the acknowledgement must be sent to the sender by the receiver. If the acknowledgement isn't sent back to the sender before timeout occurs, then the message is automatically resent to the receiver. All what was explained under this topic was a simple understanding of it. Off we go to the third error checking method, which is echo check. Echo check is basically where data is sent to the receiver, which the receiver sends back to the sender. Simply what this means is that, what the receiver gets, the receiver sends back what it received to the person, or rather the sender who sent it. This is a simple but rather a clear definition for echo check. Now let's talk about the last error checking method, which is CheckSum. In this method, a value is calculated from the entered data. The calculated value is then sent along with the data. At the receiving end, the receiver recalculates a value from the received data. This value is then compared with the value sent by the sender. If values are equal, no error has occurred during transmission. But if the values are not equal, then an error has occurred. Well, all these points simply gives us a clear understanding about the error checking methods. Now let's talk about the Internet Service Providers, or the ISPs. An ISP is a company who offers internet connections to people as a service. For this service they charge a certain, reasonable amount of money from the users. Once the connection is accessed, the ISP sets up an account with a username and a password for the user. Now let's give our attention to the IP addresses. An IP address is a unique address that contains information about the location of a device on the internet. Off we go to the next subtopic, the structure and the presentation of HTML. The structure is the layout of the document or pages. The presentation is the style of the document or pages. Make sure to by heart these examples under these topics as well. The next subtopic is about the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP. Simply, HTTP is a set of rules that must be obeyed when transferring data across the internet. When more security is used during these transmissions across the internet, HTTP becomes HTTPS. HTTPS is used to transfer private and sensitive data across the internet. HTTP is faster than HTTPs. A web browser is a software which allows a user to display web pages on their computer screen. They have a home page, enables bookmarks, favorites, and a history, and allows the user to go backward and forward to previously opened websites, and translates the HTML code. All these are the features of a web browser. Well, that's basically it for this video. If you need to download the notes for this subject, make sure to check out our official website. The link is there down below. Thanks for watching. And as always, enjoy your presence in this intellectual zone.